You have a proven track record. I mean, you've spoken about Alex Bethea taking a handicapped spot at City Hall. You've also held leaders accountable as far as the brownfield cleanup on East State Street. Now, as a freeholder, how would you keep leaders accountable in that position? How would you continue? Can you speak about accountability and what you would do as a freeholder to keep elected officials or leaders accountable?
Well, if I'm fortunate enough to win November the 8th, I have the confidence and the support of the people, the voters, the taxpayers of Mercer County. And by doing so, I will be in a key position to lead. I will be able to hold press conference. I will have the ear of maybe the governor, the county executive, the mayor. I will be in a key position to advocate and get things done on behalf of the people of Mercer County. And that's what it's all about. It's about the people. It's about representing Mercer County and doing right by the people of Mercer County.
All right. And you've received endorsements from, prominent individuals like Senator Shirley Turner, letters of support from former mayoral candidate Eric Jackson, and others, former Mayor Trenton Mayor Doug Palmer,
Yes.
for your community service. So it seems as though, this is not just something you do on the side. This is something you're committed to, community service and being an advocate for your community. I mean, you're taking that experience with you to this position, and you plan to. What do you ultimately plan to do with this position if you're elected?
If I am successful November the 8th, the key to it would be worth it all to me if everyone, through my commitment and hard work, will have the opportunity in Mercer County to prosper and grow. From no matter where you came from, whatever your limitations are, whatever your color is, your religious belief, your background, your opinion and philosophy on life, I feel everyone should be given the opportunity. It's too much limitation, and most people don't get a chance to prosper and grow. And that's what the real American way is all about, the opportunity to grow and move forward.
Indeed, and this just on a lighter note. I mean, I recall reading somewhere on a blog that you helped apprehend a burglar on your street a few months ago. Can you tell us about that experience, a little bit about that?
Yeah, one morning I was leaving out. It was about 10:30 a.m. in the morning. I believe it was a Wednesday morning, and I'm driving down the street, and I'm very observing because I ride around, I check on things, I go through the alleyways because this is my community and I'm concerned. So you must look out for your community. So I heard this glass break and I slowed up and said, wow, what was that? And I looked back through the alleyway and I seen an individual climbing in a window.
Okay.
So I didn't say nothing, so I rode on around the block. It was a police officer on work detail at the corner of Walnut and Hampton. I walked up to him, I identified myself, I told him where I live at and what I witnessed. He came down the street and apprehended the individual in the backyard.
Okay.
Okay, so that's how that all came about.
So you weren't fearing that something would happen. You just took action.
No, because a lot of these people who commit the crimes is people that you know, because no stranger would come around here and rob and steal and hurt people. It's people that know one another who sneaks around or got a problem with drugs or whatever and do this stuff at night. Under the disguise of darkness and at nighttime.
Right. But this was during the day.
Absolutely, but that was just my philosophy, a way of putting it. It was done in broad daylight,
right.
But it was an abandoned house.
Okay.
But the electricity and water, it was a rental building that the landlords don't come around and supervise when people sneak out to keep from paying them rent. So they don't know for weeks at a time whether somebody's there in the house, but these people sneaking around here knows that the water and electricity is on. So a lot of these street people in the criminal element take advantage of properties like that. And they live in them, they cook, they sleep, they do everything in it like me and you do where we live and pay rent or pay a mortgage at.
And obviously you don't support that. I mean, imagine that you would like to see that stopped.
Absolutely. I feel like that's why I've been so hard on these landlords, because a lot of them are slum landlords. It's all about the dollar bill, and they will jeopardize the whole community so they can make money, but they don't live here. They go somewhere else and live and put down their roots. And like a situation like that, they could have went in there and turned the gas stove on and set the house on fire. And most of these houses are connected or semi-connected. And then you got a major disaster. You burn people out of their homes, and God forbid someone is in there and it's a fire. Then
Right.
you got a real tragedy. And these things happen every day throughout America. Just thank God it hasn't happened here yet. But the potential is there for it to happen.
And that's why you're such a staple at council meetings. You repeatedly come back and report on these issues to make sure things are done so that they don't go, fall between the cracks.
Absolutely. I take pictures, it's documented, and I'm there at every council meeting. I think over the last 12 years, I've attended more council meetings than any other citizen in the city of Trenton, because it's very important that if you're able to be there, or if you have a community group, a civic association, that somebody's there at all the meetings, because you can get your input, and then you can hear, and you can be up and be aware of what's going on in your community. Certain things you're not privy to because it goes on behind closed door. But going there and voicing it is all public record, it's all documented. So it's a track record of everything you've said and your attendance at these meetings.
Right. And hence it's important to go and attend and be informed and speak up.
Right. It's my right as a citizen, it's my right as a taxpayer, my right as a voter, and my right as an American to do it.
Now, for those that suggest that there might be some critics out there that suggest that since you have little or no organizational backing or limited resources, that that the chances of you winning are slim. Well, what do you say to individuals that make those claims?
Well, from that perspective, they are absolutely correct when you look at it from that point of view. But when you're honest about it and fair and very concerned with what's going on, you would take into consideration what I do bring to the table. And I've brought a work ethic. I have backed it up with commitment, dedication, hard work. And I've been there, and I've addressed issues and accomplished things as an individual with limited resources and limited backing. But thank God, I was still able to get things done. And that's what it's all about, getting things done, not for myself, but for my community. And I think I've done it as well as anybody under the circumstances of having limited resources and limited backing.
Okay. So if people are interested in learning more about what you're about or voting for you, how can they get in contact with your campaign?
Well, Trenton United has something on their website about, you click on, hit my picture.
Okay.
A lot of things I've done in the community will show up.
Okay.
You have been very nice to me. If they're really interested, I got years and years of documentation in the newspaper, the archive. If you got a computer, you write it, you type out Zane Dion Clark, community activist, or Dion Clark, community activist, and hit on, and a lot of impressive things will show up. Citizen of the Year, OWL's Community Builder of the Year, NAACP 100-year anniversary Community Service Award of the Year, the Friends of Jersey Street Community Service Award, John T. Militant III Award, special award in his honor for all what he had done, and they recognized me as someone who has followed that tradition and trade as he had done. So in recognition, they honored me for that. So as far as a community activist, once again with limited resources and limited backings, I've won all the honors and accolades as someone with major financial backing or a major organization backing them. I believe hard work, dedication, and commitment, no matter what people will see, in the end, it will win out. My hard work and dedication went out. Whether me being a part of a major organization might only take 2 or 3 years to get that kind of recognition. But the way I've done it took me 10 years, but I still gotten it. And that's what it's all about. That's what makes it all the more meaningful, because with the limited resources and no organization backing, God's grace and mercy, I've overcome and done well in that aspect of community service.
And that's what you hope to do on Election Day as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, there you have it. Dion Clark, candidate for Mercer County Freeholder and from East Trenton, longtime activist. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.